this? Is it being loaded? Are they like, what is this reason? And part of it might be, you know, during Kathleen Kennedy, and I predicted this, by the way, before all those stories hit about Kathleen Kennedy, the week before that, I said, I think she's going to retire because she was given too award. And even on the Film Time channel, we showed the video of her speech, which was kind of boring. I said, I think she's going to retire. Then all these people wrote about it, and then in their denial, she admitted it. Yeah, are they, you know what, are they trying to push her out the door? Like, is in...
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
I missed you. A lot.
And I missed you. But we'll have plenty of time to make up for that. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you. Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
Why?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start.
Like
Ciri
Game of
needs a
Thrones,
firm
like,
hand.
40
Been
chess.
saying that
Are
true.
they
So
floating
you
the
better
sail
walk all over
as
you
the
just
way to
like the
say
rest of
thank
us
you
do.
for your service?
Fine.
Is it
I
a
suppose I'm partly to
strategic
blame.
move on their part?
But this has to end.
I think you have to wonder,
Now.
because, I mean, look, and I've
Killing
said,
monsters
and
is
others
not
have as
something to be
well,
taken
but I
lightly.
mean, I remember
Ciri must
3 years
understand
ago,
that. If she
when
is to
everybody
become one.
was still on the
I'll
cap,
see
people
you
get fired,
below.
fired. I'm like, well, she'll never get fired. She's not going to be publicly humiliated. I said, you know, when it's her time, she will be very graciously retired. She will start receiving a bunch of lifetime achievement awards. And that's how you'll kind of know
Now
that
I see why
here
you're
we
so
are.
eager
And
to
again, she's
practice.
72
Strike.
years old. Totally agree with your assessment. This, you know, with all of these, like CNN came out with something, and then I think somebody found out that it was, oh, well, they got that from her publicist. CNN saying that no, she's not retiring, but that's not quite the question that was asked. And then, as you said, even her own interview that she did in that Deadline piece, I believe it was, she says she's asked a direct question about, you know,
Wrong.
are you
Footwork.
leaving Lucasfilm? Lucasfilm is specifically mentioned, and her initial immediate answer was,
Get down.
I'm never retiring from the movies.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know how you start scrolling sometimes and you're like, what am I
Better
doing?
not.
And then
Vesemir said
periodically
if
you
it
go, oh,
does,
that's
he'll
what I'm
make you
doing.
eat a bowl of
Well, this is what
slugs
you're doing.
covered in
You're
salt.
going to stop scrolling.
You!
You and I are going to read a couple
Exactly.
verses of scripture
So you
together.
best
I said,
behave.
we're really good. I said, give
Come
me a
on.
guy
We'll practice with the others down
who really
below.
knows in terms.
Shall we run the
all right,
walls?
and knows Zelensky. So, there's a former ambassador, American ambassador to Bermuda, talk about a good job, appointed by Bush the
Not
Younger.
this time.
Named
Believe
Gregory
me, you don't
Slayton,
wanna
who's
keep-
written a brand new book, Portraits of Ukraine, a Nation at War. Now, the proceeds of this book are going to Ukrainian charities to help the hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians who've been hurt by Vladimir
Anything
Putin.
to say for yourself, young lady?
And then, so this book is number one,
I'm very sorry, Uncle
worthy
Vesemir.
of your
Young
attention.
blood craves
And B.
action, I
Gregory
understand that.
Slayton joins
But
us
when
now
you
in
fight a
Dallas,
beast,
Texas.
knowledge counts as
So
much as
you
your
actually
silver sword.
met
At the very
with
least,
Zelensky.
you
When
want to
did
be
you
able to
meet
tell
with
a
him?
ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By Martians.
Well, thanks, Bill. First
like
of all, it's
unto
great
the
to see you
Panthera
again. Great
tigris
to be on
that
your
in
show.
Zeratonia
Sure,
dwells,
and I agree
and by the sickly
100% with your
paleness of its
assessment.
visage.
I was in Kiev last Monday at the invitation
did
of President
read the
Zelensky
chapter.
and his team
Still,
to
you
mark
should
the
have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Let's skip straight to free training.
Third
No
anniversary
point going
of
over
the
the basics
brutal
again.
and unprovoked Russian invasion. That was difficult, but I was glad to be there. And it was also the official launch date for the book, and I appreciate your mentioning the book, because yes, all proceeds do go to good Ukrainian charities.
Whoa!
I was also at the
You
White
really
House
showed
just
him,
on
kid.
5. I was in D.C. on Friday for that meeting,
Siri,
which,
get
as
down
you
here.
described, was a disaster. And yes, there were mistakes on both sides,
A
but
little
President
she-devil.
Zelensky was properly
As soon as he's
briefed,
back, we'll
and
set
for
into
whatever
polishing
reason,
all the
decided
swords at
not to
Kaer
listen to 11 U.S. senators who know far better
Find
than he
that
does
helmet?
how to work with President Trump.
Let me stop you right there. I'm glad that you have affirmed
Siri?
what I said, number one, because I had no idea you were going to do that. Because you didn't know what I was
I'll
going
make
to
sure
say.
to find every
No,
last
I did
blade
not.
for you.
Okay. Based upon what you and I both know to be true, I think Zelensky is immature. I don't think he's got a lot of impulse control. Would
What
that
the-
be fair?
Well, I don't ever want to criticize somebody without being in his shoes. You know, Abraham Lincoln was exhausted by the Civil War. Zelensky's lost in 3 years hundreds of thousands of troops and literally millions of civilians have been either killed, wounded, or dislocated from their homes, their villages. I mean, it's a brutal battle. Did he make a huge mistake in the White House? No doubt about it. Is he a little impulsive? Yeah, I would say so. But I think also, again, a little bit of sympathy for the guy because I can't even.
And I think that's a good point. And I do have sympathy for him. He is traumatized. But he knows the only pathway to stop this madness is for Putin to get something out of it. Putin's never going to stop or walk away unless he
You all
looks
right?
like a winner. Trump knows that. Trump's got to give
About?
Putin something, which is why Trump isn't bashing Putin,
Take forever to
between
explain.
the eyes. Because if he does that, it's never going to stop. Because Putin doesn't care about his own people. He doesn't care.
Started in the
And
guest
what he
room at
needs to
Camp
get
Warren.
out, because the Russian
Chris.
people themselves
Jennifer.
are getting arrested.
Funny, isn't
Word
it?
of the day,
She's never been
arrested. Got a
Seems so
million
real.
Russian casualties.
Was she
Who knows he's
nagging
got to
you
stop?
about?
But he's not going to stop
True to life, it
unless he can, save face. and
We'll
walk
find
away.
out.
And that's what Trump's trying to do. Am I right in my assessment there?
In the dream.
I
I'm
think you
waiting
are
for Siri.
100% correct, Bill. And the Russian economy is even much
Those
worse
were the
shape
days.
most
Hmm.
Western
Little she-devil.
assessments indicate.
I've trained
Well,
kids
listen,
who were
Putin doesn't
faster,
care about
stronger.
He doesn't care about
None
the
had
Russian
her
economy.
character.
No, I gotta disagree with you just slightly there, Bill.
Didn't
he
end
doesn't
well,
care
did it?
about the
Your
people
dream.
from the Stans and North Korean
No.
soldiers. He doesn't care.
The Wild Hunt
about that.
appeared, attacked Siri.
The economy
They couldn't
owned by
move,
the
stood there like a
oligarchs who
stump.
basically own all these things on Putin's behalf.
It was
That's
just
why
a
Putin
dream.
is the richest man in the world.
Yes, he
according
is.
to Western intelligence services. And when you got your entire hospitality industry, your entire coal mining industry, many of the non-military industries cannot pay the 25% interest rates that are common if you can get a loan at all and can't find employees. Literally, the Russian economy is 6
downing
months,
soon.
12 months from
Time to
a
go.
very, very bad
Okay.
record.
It's a legitimate point, but
Wait,
if you
show me the
understand
letter from
Putin,
you.
he
Didn't
will
overlook
go
anything.
over the cliff
Stop talking for a minute.
if
We're
you
gonna
don't
read it, not
give
sniff
him
it.
a winning
We must
result.
meet
I-
soon.
All right, he's not going to pull it
What's
back.
this postscript?
But Trump knows that. Trump is giving him halfway
Stuffed
out.
unicorn.
But Zelensky
Used
is
it
way
once or
over his
twice.
head. He has no blanking
Hmm.
clue. Last
Were
word.
things young?
Back on topic. How's
I
it look?
completely
How
agree
far
with that,
behind?
Bill. I think that
2 or
we as
3
Americans
days.
have to remember
Trail's
that
fresh.
we
It
are
looks like
the
it
light
leads
of
towards the
democracy
main
and
road.
freedom in this world. That's why, yes, President Zelensky was out of line. He did not
Wait.
behave himself
Yeah,
as he
that's-
should have, but we still need to be the light
Ghouls.
beacon. So let me tell you, there's a lot of wannabe Putins and wannabe Xi Jinpings who are right now sitting like on the elections and the judiciary. So I just make myself the leader, right? And be the leader for the rest of my life. You always must stand about this.
It's getting very, very tough. And are you sure? I think they're still going to make a deal.
Probably 100% so it's already 60. And publicly, I want to sign the deal. So, well, okay. I think
said prayers at Mass yesterday that Satan suffering over there, and the Ukrainian people. So look, as
Armies
gorgeous as
past,
Ukraine.
necrophages follow.
Nation of war.
Let's go before any more
on
show up.
Amazon, and remember, the purchase price is going to help suffering people. Sure, Ambassador, thanks very much. I hope you'll come back, and I hope things evolve the way you and I see it. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on X. Look for @Bill O'Reilly.
The Nintendo 64 may bring up memories of classic games like GoldenEye and Mario 64, but one thing you probably don't think of when you hear Nintendo 64 is online connectivity. Something that, outside of the short-lived Japan-exclusive RANDnet online service for the N64 disk drive, the Nintendo 64 largely missed out on. But Interact, the makers of the popular GameShark line of cheap devices, set out to change that with their ambitious new creation, SharkWire Online, a unique attempt to bring the internet to the Nintendo 64.
You know, these were back in the days of AOL and awful dial-up internet. We were just kind of brainstorming with our development team that was in Manchester, England. And I just said, hey, you know, what if we did this?
you don't need internet connection. What you need is phone line and television. I mean, this box has it all. Your connection. Everything you need.